Don't you know that you're a grown-up? No games, no puns. Not allowed if you're a grown-up.
Hey, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John. That's George. Hey, George.
What is that music?
Pick music. What music? What do you hear?
You fit as a Lime Card member for just $1 and get the rest of the month
Oh,
free.
do we have? Oh, you know what? We have an echo. That's why. Psych.
What was that? I was like,
That's YouTube playing an ad in front of our live stream because we didn't ask him to. Hey, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John. This is George.
hey, how's it going?
This is another case where we were sitting around like I feel like doing something, and Galaga is a game that some people have heard of.
Yeah, 1 or 2, 3, 4, maybe. I don't know.
Easily,
Our fourth listener, maybe.
Your favorite game by far.
Yes.
I know, arcade game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Not even close.
and I texted and I said, "Hey, you feel like playing some Galaga?" And you're like, "Let's not stop at playing Galaga. Let's play a
Let's
bunch of
do a
Galaga."
whole bunch.
Yep.
Well, because we've done Galaga before here on the channel, not as a live stream, but we did a replay where we played Galaga once before. And I was like, well, let's play some of the other stuff because Galaga has this very long lineage of parents and childs and sisters and sequels and prequels, and
it's some of it I know, but not all of it I know.
Sure.
You know much more about it because it being kind of your de facto game. You know that stuff well.
Yeah, and I know all the games that are in the Galaga line. Now, it doesn't mean that I've played all of them or that I'm an expert at all of them. I'm really mainly a Galaga specialist, but there are
we call it a Galaga shark is what we call that.
Yeah, a Galaga shark.
Hey, Michael B is here. He said, "About time you Galaga'd the whole series." We thought so too. Yeah, glad you agree.
Yeah, yep. So I mean, it's a fun game. There are 4 main arcade games. Then of course there's ports that went over to different home consoles and PCs and everything else. I mean,
so I know Galaga, and I know that Galaxian came before it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
I played Galaga '88, but that's what else is there?
So there is one other game. So there's Galaxian, you're right. Then there was Galaga in 1981.
So that was a follow-up to Galaxian.
That was a follow-up to Galaxian, which was 79. And then between Galaga 88 and Galaga, there was another game that, depending upon where you saw it and where you played it, it was either Gapless or Galaga 3.
I played Gapless. Okay, I thought it was just a wannabe poser. It was actually part of the series.
It was actually part of the series, absolutely. It was done by the same guys. They rebranded it. As a matter of fact, you can even, if you're lucky, you can find the kit arcades that they used because it was run on the same board that Galaga was. So they would just swap out the chips, and then they would send the marquee replacements to label it as Gapless or a lot of the times Galaga 3, and it was interesting because it was done with a red marquee instead of green. So it's a completely different color scheme and everything.
Because everything else is green. Well, Galaga 88, I guess, is multicolored, but But I know Galaxian was also that green and gold kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what do you want to start with? You want to start playing some straight up old school Galaga?
I think we should. I mean, that's the one that everybody knows the most. I think that's the one that everybody would enjoy getting to play. So I'd start there.
All right. Well, let's do it. You want to be player 1 or 2? What do you want to do?
I'll play player 2.
Okay. All right. Let's put a couple coins in. It's music. Just the coin is music.
I know, and it's one of the more distinct sounds. Pac-Man has the Great Waka.
Yep.
Donkey Kong, I don't really remember Donkey Kong's coin. I know you probably do because that's your favorite game. What's Donkey Kong's coin sound?
Bloop.
Oh, okay. It's just a bloop.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. King Dice is here. He used to love Gapless. Nice. We're going to get to Gapless. We absolutely are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
We set all 4 of them up for play.
2 players start.
Right. Here we go. So, interesting to note, Galaga was only done, it wasn't a planned thing until Galaxian was so super successful in Japan.
So like
they said, oh crap. Yeah, this was Namco's flagship. Like, where Midway ended up with other games later on, but Galaxian was really their first flagship breakout hit in Japan. And then they got it distributed by Midway over in North America, and that's the same model that they followed for Galaga.
So I get sucked up. Do I keep playing when I get sucked up when it's 2-player? I don't know.
You do keep playing, however, you probably shouldn't have done it on level 1.
Oh well, I'm not the expert anymore, so.
Usually you want to save that till the last thing you do on level 2 so that it sets you for the challenge
centers
stage.
you up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good enough to center myself, so.
And it depends on which revision you're playing as well. You can see that we're using MAME to play this. Well, maybe they can't see. We can see it, but
Yep.
we're using MAME to play this, and we're playing Namco Revision B. There is a Revision A, that has this little cheat in it or a bug in the code. On level 2, if you allow all the fighters to populate.
Oh yeah, the super cheap thing.
Yeah, and you
Stop
leave
shooting.
you leave the left 2 Bs over on the side, then they're the last 2 things that you kill. If you wait till they stop shooting and then kill them, nothing shoots at you for the rest of the game.
One got away. I see some stuff popping up in the chat, but I can't look at
Let's
it
see.
because I'm not focused.
Never heard of the last 2 till I got MAME, Mike B said. King Dice says, I'm surprised that Galaga was never released to consoles prior to the NES. Well,
Well, it wasn't released. That's true. There's an awesome homebrew of Galaga, but it was never released.
yeah, we need to do another live stream later on where we talk about
All the ports.
console releases. And we need to show that homebrew that you found that one time.
Yeah.
That is just freaking awesome. The best
Unbelievable. It's a
Atari
2600
homebrew I've ever
version.
seen.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe that
No.
it's running the 2600 hardware.
It's incredible. I mean, just what they did on that one. And maybe we could get those guys in on the chat too. That would be awesome.
That would be, yeah. So this really start
Now-
dive bombing me? No, not yet. It's
Yeah,
coming.
you're not too bad yet. That's like level 8 when you start really noticing that.
That's
I mean, they will dive bomb you in
Oh, there he
6 and
goes.
here. Yeah. We used to call them messengers because it was like the game was sending you a message if you're
Message.
gonna die.
Pro tip. You're about to die. Now, I won't say I'm going to half-ass it, but we're not, like, super focused like this is the world record or anything. So,
No, this is not our arcade challenge, which
So-
we still need to do. We haven't done that in years. We
So-
need to redo that again.
So I'm
so I
gonna
can get my trophy back.
try, but I can always say, oh, I wasn't trying really hard.
Well, you're probably playing this with an Xbox controller as well,
I
right?
am right. It's not, yeah.
So it's slightly different. You're not going to have the same feel that you would in an arcade joystick. So,
Fact.
oh, let's see. You guys remember Moon Cresta?
Absolutely.
I don't remember Moon. Do you
Oh,
remember that
yeah.
game?
Oh, yeah, you bet. Yep. Another outer space shooty one.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Not part of this family, I don't think, but it was cool. Oh, I was in the wrong spot for that one. Woohoo!
All right.
went
What'd you
okay.
get? 38?
I got them all. I think I got them all.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the last one I got 39. Dan the man
the game.
Staples.
That's
No, no,
right, Dan.
No. He said the game is what he
Absolutely.
just said. Not the game. That's an all uppercase the. with a capital the. Yeah.
Japanese to English translations were hilarious. Oh, you're talking about in Moon Cresta, Mr. King Dice? They had some funny translations, like your bases are all belong to us
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Bosconian was like that too. Its
Yep.
translations were pretty amusing.
You're doing pretty good, John. There's some nice backdoor dodges there. I like that.
Yeah, that's all on purpose. All totally on purpose.
YouTube on phone is skipping. Where else can I watch through phone? Facebook. Do we have live stream on Facebook, John?
Yep.
That'd probably be the best one to watch there. Michael B.
Yep.
I was saying Mike B, but it's Michael.
There we go. Got it.
Oh, I'm
It's
not
Michael. That's a Michael. It's a creative spelling of Michael.
sure. Oh, okay.
I think.
My son just has the plain Michael, so
Mhm.
his father wasn't very creative.
Yeah. Yeah, we're also on Facebook. You can watch there. We're also multicasting on Twitch. If you're so inclined.
Oh, that was dangerous.
I live dangerous.
You got away with that one.
Dangerous is my middle name. Actually, it's not, but
Mr. King Dice says one of the phrases was like welcome to the space war, you can get a lot of fun.
that's the translation.
Yeah,
All your base do belong to us.
I guess so.
That kind of translation.
So I'm curious, we've got Halloween coming up. Is everybody ready for our Halloween podcast? Or that's coming out on the 31st, right now?
On the 31st. Yep.
It's going to be a fun little thing where we argue, fuss, and fight over the top 10 70s horror films of our generation.
damn it.
It's going to be...
I just screwed that up.
Oh, you screwed that
Oh,
up.
good
You
lord.
gotta stay in the middle. Quit moving. What are you doing?
I told you I like to live dangerously.
Yeah,
It's all the
you're
backdoor
losing,
dodges,
too.
or whatever the heck you call them.
Oh. That's the saddest challenge sound ever.
Close that crap. Michael said he'd be right back.
Cool.
We'll be right here. I've already lost a guy, but I lost a double guy, so that's why.
Well, you lost one of your doubles, so you're still playing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then you repopulated. So, interestingly enough, we'll see when we get to Galaga 88. With that game, you can choose to start off with 2 ships right from the beginning.
And get to a triple. I remember, like in the arcade, people would go, "Did you know you could get a triple ship?" And I bet you they heard that and decided to bake it into 88. Because there was always a rumor you could do it. You could.
Mm-hmm.
No such thing. No such. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. I think John's going to embarrass me here. I don't think I'm going to get up to 13 at all.
Well,
I
you're,
think I'm
you
lucky
know,
to get to 5.
yeah. I mean, you're selling yourself short. I know you have more Galaga skills than I do, but you're also playing across a network connection. Oh God, he's
Ooh.
busted another. He's not going to come get me either because he already started his dive, didn't he?
And now you're in your speed dives, so anything
Yeah.
after 10. Yeah, one more level, I think. I think it's 15. No, 16. is
No,
next.
I think you'll be playing well before 16.
You can get another capture here. You still got 2 more ships coming.
Yeah, I guess so. Whoa! I like that.
Messenger.
Yeah, I got the message. GTFO was the message. I need to
So
hire.
I'm curious, for the guys who are in the chat right now, out of the original Galaga baddies, which one was your least favorite baddie, the one that you had the hardest time with? I know for me what it was, but I'm just curious, which one did you guys hate the most of all the different baddies?
It's a good question. I have an answer, but I won't. Look at that. Living dangerously again.
Look, boy, I'm telling you.
It was totally on purpose. No, I did not mean to hit him. I totally did not. Oh, here we go. All right, here's another challenging stage that I can do poorly.
It's possible to get a perfect challenge score with only 1 ship. It is
Oh, sure
possible.
it is, yeah.
It's very difficult.
You gotta be able to push that button fast to be accurate, but you can do it.
And it's not just pushing the button fast. You also have to hit your first ship in order to get the run. Yeah, because you can only have 2 bullets on the screen at the same time in the regular game.
Right.
So,
It's a ROM hack.
yeah.
Woohoo!
See, look at that. You're still going. You're fine. Level 16.
It's unusual. Not unusual. Get shot by a bullet. So I'll tell you what was my least favorite bad guy.
All right.
Mine is rare. The one I hate is when they split into 3, the green guy.
Oh, really? Yeah, you were going to get toast one of those guys. You were blocking the
Jesus
corner.
Christ. Okay,
Oh,
there. Woo!
man.
Yeah, Michael said much better over on Facebook. Well, good.
Oh, good.
Facebook probably recompresses it a bit. If you're on your phone, it might be probably a Wi-Fi or a cell signal. So, all right, player
All right.
2, giggity.
I'm trying. I got a little stutter here right at the beginning, so we'll see how this goes.
With faith in you.
This is completely different with an Xbox controller.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. Well, I'm used to hold your hand there and kind of tap it left and right.
Right, exactly. It's
Yeah.
a finite, not finite. It's fine controls.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy right there that just came down, that's my least favorite bad guy. I hate the butterflies.
Really? The red ones?
Well, I just don't like their motions.
How about the red ones?
The red ones, yeah.
Yeah. The other ones
Yeah.
are bees, right?
Bumblebees, butterflies, and then after the movie War Games came out, we started calling the boss the Amadar because that was what Matthew Broderick called him in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he didn't really have a name, none of them actually have a name.
Dan asks arcade ROM. Absolutely. Every game we're going to play in this live stream are the original arcade ROMs. Original is kind of... it's hard to say original. There's so many versions of it, but you'll see when we drop to ROM. We're playing like Rev B Midway for Galaga. But yes, arcade games, definitely. Yeah, we talked about covering... I'm sorry, George, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I am getting quite a bit of stutter here. So if I screw up, please forgive me.
We're going to give you much latitude. No, don't you worry. Yeah, you're doing great, though.
I'm just hanging around.
You can live on muscle memory on this game, I think. So
Pretty much, yeah. It's a great game. It's an easy pickup if you have any way to play the original ROM, like MAME. You know, you've bought something that plays the original ROM, or maybe you own the. Oh, son of a mother puss!
Oh, look at that!
I've got no chance to recapture before the challenge stage.
No, he's already diving. You see, that's why you get him in the first round. Pro tip, George. Happy to help.
Pro tip: I need to learn.
No, but I was saying to Dan before, George has suggested, hey, let's look at all these different ports and everything. And I'm like, that could be a whole other stream where you look at all the ports, because that could be, look at this. That's all right. Yeah, that's tough as hell. So I'm sure we'll look at the ports as well, because there are a lot of different versions of Galaga that are okay, so.
This is horrible.
And some of them are okay. So we'll definitely be looking at ports later on. And not this stream, but another day.
The lag really hits you hard in that challenge stage with a single ship.
I'm sure, yeah.
I mean, not the lag, the stutter. It's not really lag. I wonder if it's not an audio thing, because when I'm talking, the audio cuts out. The game for me. So I wonder if Parsec is trying to compress the two together, maybe?
A bandwidth issue, it certainly could be,
Yeah.
Mr. King Dice says there was a glitch where if you didn't kill a certain ship, we were just talking about that. They would all stop shooting. It's on a different ROM than this. George was just explaining. Yeah, I never done it. I know George knows how.
I've done it 3 times in my life. In an arcade setting, not MAME. MAME you can do it anytime you want, as long as you have the right ROM, which is Namco Revision A.
Here comes a catcher. Gotcha.
Yep.
Tractor beam.
And I was saving that last, but he's going to go back and reset now, which sucks. I was trying to save that last Scorpion there to try and get the 1,000 bonus on him, but he resets, unfortunately. So I won't get it now. Son of a bitch. All right. All right, John, whoever's streaming Plex on your service right now, tell them to stop, damn it. They're fucking with my Galaga game. There we go.
Look at there.
Come here, you little bumblebee bitch.
I just consider this to be an equalizer. It's like it's a skill modifier. You have a little latency, but you're much better.
I almost got plastered there. Damn it.
So it makes me have a chance.
And there we go with the messenger right away.
Yep.
Damn it.
You know what else we could attempt that we've never done on games like this is we probably should consider, since we're doing more live streams, is to run the game on one system and do the streaming from a different system. We're kind of doing this all in one box.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So that's certainly doable. We can run Parsec elsewhere to play the game.
Sure.
We're kind of doing it all inside of one, which is sharing bandwidth through one Ethernet port. So we might see some benefit there for you. In the meantime, I'll just keep using this as my handicap. Yeah, it's a long-term handicap for this stream. Yeah, see, those guys are okay. It's the green guys that I always found to be irritating.
The ones that spit fire out?
Is that what? Ooh!
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a happy guy right now.
I know. Yeah, I know.
That one was my mistake, though. That wasn't stutter. I just fired a millisecond too fast there. So, yeah, Mr. King Dice, that glitch was on Revision A, and it was the far left 2 bumblebees on stage 2. You had to let the entire board populate, kill everything in the downs, and then leave those last 2 bumblebees over to the left. Let them just be in the continuous free fall. Once they finished shooting in that continuous free fall, they would stop after about 20 minutes or so. Then you would kill them on the very next round, and then nothing would shoot at you for the rest of the game.
Was that your last guy too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because you shot
for everybody.
You shot 2 of your guys, didn't you?
Yeah.
You put your name.
I'm doing it.
Yep. That's you like my secondary distraction was I have you respond to the comments while you were playing. Yes, pro. That's another pro tip for you.
So, while you're playing, I can talk a little bit about the history of it. So, yeah. There was a lot of interesting stuff. So they got some inspiration from a couple of their games, and I'm reading from Wikipedia here, but this is stuff we used to talk about back in the day. I guess Pac-Man used to be an inspiration, and the bonus stages from Rally X. So that's why.
Galaga.
You get Galaga.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
which is, that didn't happen all the time back then in the early 80s. And everybody knows that here in North America, we're used to seeing this with a Midway label. However, it's actually a Namco designed game. Namco designed it in Japan, released it there first, and then Midway would get the rights to manufacture and distribute it here in North America and pay a royalty back to Namco. So that's also why you always saw Namco games in Barrel of Fun arcades, because Barrel of Fun arcades
they were owned by
Namco.
Right? Yeah, I remember that.
So.
I remember seeing that on your the little vest that you wore.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I need to look and see if I still have my little Barrel of Fun vest somewhere.
It's a real chick magnet, George. Barrel of Fun vest. Really gets them excited.
Hey, I was wearing that vest the first time I got asked out by another girl, so I think it is kind of a chick magnet.
You also giving out free tokens didn't hurt.
Well, I didn't say there wasn't a bonus on top.
There wasn't a secondary reason, but
now for me, this was the easiest challenge stage. Usually.
It doesn't feel too tough. I feel like this would be easier to do with a single ship if you had it.
And that challenge stage apparently is what inspired somebody who worked on Gyrus later on.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah. So where are we gonna? So I'm down to my next double shooter. Where are we going from here? So we're playing Galaga now.
Well, I think it makes the most sense to go back and take a look at Galaxian next. Galaxian was the parent of Galaga. It was the original, and then Galaga was the sequel. And Galaxian was really the thing that saved Namco as a company. Namco was a different type of company in Japan than most of the others. They were very laid back on their production schedule. They weren't rigid and firm. We have to do this much by this date or anything like that. And they weren't sure if they were going to keep going until Galaxian hit so big in Japan. When it did, then...
Just green bastards. Ugh.
There you go.
I think it's amusing that you have, terminology for all these, the backdoor dodge and the. I keep hearing you say things about the messenger or stuff like that. Like I didn't play it hardcore enough to have any of that kind of. Was that stuff that is just kind of like cultural in the arcade, or is that official, or is it just what?
There's nothing official. I mean,
okay.
Everything. First, it's created in Japan, so as somebody was alluding to in the chat earlier, the whole translation to English is,
crap.
Not going to allow you to have that kind of nomenclature be known. But I know that for us, we just kind of termed stuff the way that we thought they would, and then when we would go to competitions, John, you remember arcade game competitions that would be in regional areas. I know you had a lot of them in Orlando. When you go to competitions, you would talk with other guys who played the game, and you would find out that I would call it a backdoor dodge, and they would call it a back dodge, something similar.
So
and then eventually you just came up with something that everybody all...
Kind of consensus. Yeah, everybody kind of knows the region. Okay.
Yeah. So it was definitely location specific, and then eventually, because Galaga was used in so many different movies, which is another interesting fact, it was used in war games, we all know. What else was it? Karate Kid, it made an appearance there in that arcade.
Oh yeah, that's right.
John, one of your favorite movies, it was in Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yep. Those aren't pillows.
Of course, Avengers and Pixels.
Oh yeah, that man has played Galaga. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty.
Michael says, Cruise Elroy.
Oh, now I'm down to my last guy. I can't even get caught now. Yeah, it's a short time. Oh, there I just got backdoored. Speaking of which.
Yeah, you didn't backdoor dodge. That's an impressive score, though.
I just got straight up backdoored. That's all I got.
25, 230,000. That's a good score.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's very solid.
GXG.
I think the last time I saw, what's the record now? I was just looking at this the other day. What is the record? Let me see. trying to find the record now. I can't remember what the record is, but it's, in the millions, obviously.
Okay. So you want to move on to Galaxian now, you say?
Yeah, let's so can we show them the sales flyers, because I always thought those were really cool.
Yeah.
These were
What would you like to
flyers
see
that-
first?
Show them the Galaxian, since we're going into that one.
All right. So here's Galaxian.
So that's the flyer that Namco would send out to arcade companies in Japan, like little arcade shops, and they would say, here's this cool new game. Buy this game and put it in your arcade, and people will love to play it. And to me, these sales flyers for the arcade games were the same as what box art was for the arcade consoles, right? So we would get Yar's Revenge and look at that box art on Yar's Revenge, and you'd be like, oh my God, that is so awesome. That's so cool. And it was the same thing, I think, for these sales flyers. If you didn't have a really good sales flyer like that one right there, you're not going to get any of the arcade guys to buy that game and put it out in front of people.
Yeah.
And I know they had information on the back of them, like cost and power usage and all that stuff, but I just think the artwork on those is awesome.
I've never seen this one though. It shows the bees very mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And the whole alien world background, of course, and you notice this one's branded as Namco because this is the one from Japan,
for
the
Japan.
original.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, we can show the other ones as we play the other games.
Those are cool. All right, yeah.
I like that
so let's hide that flyer. I've got Galaxian up and humming in the background.
Cool. Need a couple of credits.
Here it comes. Credit. You want to go first or second this time?
I'll go first this time.
Okay. Off you go. Player one.
Go ahead and get my mediocrity out of the way so you can win again.
You only get one bullet in this one. This always seemed really tough.
Well, one bullet on the screen at a time, right? And they also, you notice the ships all go in that swooping motion, which is completely different from the bees and the butterflies and the Emadars. No capture as well. The purple guys, I always hated. They were always a pain in the ass.
Now
because they would swoop really fast.
I would say this level, all of Galaxian very much influenced one of the levels from Gorf. It just straight up copied most of the ships.
Yep. I used to love Gorf. That was a fun game. Gorf was fun because it made you feel like you were getting... damn it, couldn't get in between. It made you feel like you were getting 5 games on one quarter.
Yep. You know, I recently turned a cheat on Gorf, so I didn't get hurt, just to see how far I could get. Because remember, every time you got through a series of screens, you got promoted. Remember that?
Right.
There was like a light that came on the cabinet. You know, you're a cadet or you're a captain. I just wanted to see how far it would go, and it finally just capped out. I didn't know if there's something hidden that there wasn't. But one of the trends I started doing, like we did with Golden Axe not long ago, it's like I just want to finish it. So infinite quarters or infinite lives, whatever it takes. Because a lot of those, you know, I've spent enough money. I deserve to see the end of these games.
Well, and you can see too, like in this game, notice how when they're firing and we're firing at the same time, a lot of times the bullets disappear. They didn't have enough memory in the system.
Or pixel registers or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see them flickering out. Oh yeah, they were flickering out hard.
I hate those purple guys. They get you out of nowhere. I loved how this game had that siren sound though, while you were playing.
Constant,
you know, it's kind of like what you talk about with Pac-Man.
With Pac-Man, yeah. It makes it frenetic. Yeah.
And of course, we know that some of these ships do make an appearance in Galaga. Those yellow boss guys up there are some of the bonus guys.
Levels. Are they bonuses? Okay. Oh, right.
The 3 that turn in, and 2 of them shoot out really fast, and if you hit the 3rd one, you get the bonus. Oh, I'm dead. I'm already in the corner. Yep, nothing I can do there.
Yeah, I predict we'll have to take a couple shots at this one.
Obviously, much lower scores, and they figured out that that was something that people didn't like about the game, that they felt like they played hard, but they didn't get very high scores as a reward. So that's why in Galaga, you have much higher score counts.
You still whoop me.
Yeah. Not by much. That's a pretty normal game for Galaxian.
For Galaxian. We didn't get to enter our high scores. All right, we're going again.
Well, you don't enter them in Galaxian.
Oh,
There's
not
no
at all.
leaderboard. No.
Oh, Okay. All
Like
right.
I have the high score right now, but there's no leaderboard.
All right. You ready, player one? Here you go again.
I'm player one. All right, here we go.
There you go. Yeah. I feel like it's a huge accomplishment just to clear a screen of the Galaxian.
Yeah, really.
You pick them off so slowly, and they're such jerks.
Yeah, this game takes more patience than Galaga does,
Ooh,
right?
You just had a
know.
bullet graze your left nacelle there on the port side, my friend.
He's got a little phaser burn over there.
It is a little burnout there. Whoa.
Right in between. Oh, get away from me, purple guy.
I would say, what's that purple guy ever done to you? But I just saw what he did to you. Like, I get why they hate her. Nice shot. Look at that.
Yeah. You just have to get lucky with those guys, I feel. I just try and pick them off when they start that. Oh, I was out of a bullet.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
out of a bullet.
Like, I'm sure you mashed the button. There was just nothing to shoot
Yep.
with. Oh, I love it when my first 3 shots go all the way to the top of the screen.
Right.
That shows me I'm really being productive.
Very much like Space Invaders. I think that they must have gotten quite a bit of inspiration. The Space Invaders was the same way.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is like Space Invaders plus they dive. You know?
Well, and I'm guessing hardware limitations as well. You know, they only had so much memory to work with.
If I'd hit him, that would look really cool.
And this came out in 1979, so Galaga was 81. Well, 80 in Japan, 81 here. Oh. Woo, woo, woo.
You survived a mess there. You've got to get a rat clear. You've well surpassed your last score.
You know, it's just like when we would play it in the arcade, right? You had to get warmed up a little. Oh, here they're in free fall now. Damn it. I hate free fall in Galaxian. Forgot how bad this was.
We only have 3 or 4 left, so it's not terrible.
Well, that's when they start free fall, is when there's like 5 left.
Ah,
Woohoo!
nice.
Hey.
Challenging stage. Oh, wrong game.
No. I moved and threw myself off there with my pattern of bullets.
I don't know what I said a little while ago, but I had to mute my microphone to tell the. Now I can't say that. The Amazon product started talking to me. She heard me say something, and she just kept talking. I don't know what I said, so I had to mute my mic and tell her to shut up.
You know, I completely forgot that there's a button on the top of those devices. I was dead. There's nothing I could do there. That there's a button on the top of those devices that mutes its microphone. It turns red.
Really?
Yeah, you just reminded me of it.
I've never pushed that button in my life.
I just did. Now my little Amazon is red. I can say, Alexa, 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 and she won't do nothing.
Yeah, now everybody just tuned out the live stream because you screwed it up.
Computer Robot says, hello, you two latchkey generation guys. LOL, how are you doing?
That's us.
I'm doing wonderful, Computer Robots.
Whoa! Yeah, I just
Yeah, Computer Robots. Nice. Yeah, my latchkey was the arcade door. Absolutely. Just dropped me off there with $5.
Whoa!
Oh, that was me playing.
Oh, it was for just a second. not long. I appreciate you giving me a chance.
Yeah, well,
George.
you know,
It's nice
I wanted to
of
give you a chance to catch up. That's what it was.
You're a sweet son of a bitch. Oh, I killed him and still almost got shot by
My
him.
goodness. Oh, oh, nice dodge. Nice.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a spaceship.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
I haven't shot one in 15 minutes now. It's just, there we go.
Hit that guy. Get him in free fall. Yes, you get the points for him now.
Whoa!
Oh. Well, he gave you some points. There you go.
Yeah, thanks. Those the points I needed.
Is that all our
Ugh.
guys? Yeah, it's all our guys.
Yeah, we're all dead. Poor Galaxian. All right,
Galaxian was fun game,
we
though.
might come back to Galaxian. What do you want to do now? What do you want to move into? What
Well,
do you think?
go to 88 because everybody knows Galaga 88 way more than Gapless. So
All right, so here's the Galaga 88 flyer.
right, obviously extremely menacing. You know, it's got the guy with the claw in the forefront that's busting out of the poster.
Mhm.
You know,
I
now
was
this
really, I
one,
loved Galaga 88. I thought it was awesome.
I think also you can notice that Namco started to realize that the world was much larger than just Japan because down at the bottom you've got both Japanese and English. on the flyer.
Okay.
So I thought that was really cool. They have the ship with the shield.
Well, and its
which was-
international success, I'm sure, played into that too. It's like, well,
Oh, absolutely.
that's we wouldn't know which side of our bread gets buttered. So
Yeah, yeah. And, at this point, obviously in Japan, there were a ton of people playing video games, but North America was just, arcades were packed in 1988. Remember, I was a junior in high school. John, you had just graduated high school probably, right?
in '88, yep, I just graduated.
Yep.
Year before. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, I mean, you can remember back then, that was when we were getting old enough that we could drive ourselves. You were already driving up.
'88 was spectacular. I remember playing Galaga '88. It was that time when I'm like, okay, I have a vehicle, I have spending money, I can go to the arcade and stay until I'm actually sick of it.
Right.
Rather than being drug out by my collar, I could just be there as long as I want. It was amazing.
It was so much fun. I mean, I loved playing these games. I was never any good at Galaga 88 whatsoever. Galaga 88 was the bane of my existence of
Oh,
the
really?
Galaga products. Yeah,
Really?
I was horrible at
I
it.
loved Galaga '88.
It's a fun game. I loved it. I was
Yeah.
just never any good at it because
Okay.
they only had one in my town, and it was constantly either being played by somebody else or broken. So I just didn't get enough practice
You
time
get the
on it.
reps. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. One more game I can win. Robot says, were you guys into superhero comics from Marvel and DC Comics back in the day? No, neither of us
Well-
like comics at all. Neither of us, even a little bit. George
So-
is the comic guru over there.
Yeah, we did super computer robots. We actually, for a long time here on GenXGrownUp, we had a YouTube series going called Comic Sans, where we reviewed comic books on a news style format. We did interviews with creators and whatnot. We then switched over to a podcast about a year ago, and we ran that for about a year. And we just recently had to put that one on pause for a little while as I took care of some personal matters and some family stuff and whatnot. But yeah,
He needed to
huge
practice
comic-
Galaga was what it was. He's getting rusty. So
If you look behind me, right over here, those are some of my short boxes of comic books.
yeah, they are.
I don't have a lot. This room, I think there's like 2,000 books in there right now.
Is that all?
Yeah, well, just in this room.
Oh, just all right. Oh, good.
But I have friends that have tens of thousands in barns and warehouses and craziness because I collected from 86 to probably from 83 to 86 and then stopped collecting until about 5 or 6 years ago, starting on going to these conventions again and fell in love with comic books all over. But I'm not a big Marvel and DC guy now. I'm more in love with the independent comic books. So
Well, and the good news is, I mean, even though the podcast is on hiatus, if it's new to you, it's new. Computer Robots, you could look up Drawn and Paneled Podcast, and you have, I think, 50 or 60 episodes out there where you talk about independent comics, and you talk about comics periodically on the regular podcast, GenXGrownUp podcast as well. So,
and we did it in a similar format to the GenXGrownUp one. We had 1 week is our regular week. We talk about stuff that's current and out there.
Right.
And then we had the next week where we talked about books from our past when we were kids from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It just got to be to the point where I was doing that plus all of this stuff, and I had a whole bunch of stuff going on here that I just couldn't handle it all. So, John, I noticed too, we're not getting any of our little pop-ups in our chat window from our robot.
I think it may just have to do with the volume of chat. I think more chat, you get to see those more often.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know, I'll give it a quick peek and make sure they're turned on. If I'm able. Yeah, they're on. It's just a volume thing. They'll pop up. It gets a little busier in here. That's set so it doesn't spam the chat that way. If there's not a lot of chat, it doesn't just pop up a whole bunch of that stuff. But
well, there's some stuff that I want to mention because you talked about them going to Drawn and Paneled. They definitely should find GenXGrownUp, that podcast. We do that one every week on Thursdays. It's a fun podcast. It's me, John, and Mo, and we just have a blast with that one. But we also have a new thing, and there's about to be a special event coming up for the people who are part of this. You can go to patreon.com/GenXGrownUp.
Yep.
And become a patron for just $1. It's just one more dollar.
It's just $1. What's the big deal?
And we have some special stuff there for you. We have some behind the scenes kind of stuff. You get some stuff that the regular doesn't happen, like our bloopers and things like that you might get to hear. But coming up on November 19th, there's a very special Patrons Day that we're going to be doing.
Yes,
something
it's
really
Appreciation
special.
Day for patrons. Yeah, it's not just us; it's Patreon-wide. Yep, and everyone who is a patron at the time, we're inviting them to send in an audio comment that talks about anything they want to talk about, comments, complaints, interest, just input, and we're going to play it on the show. We're going to react to it, talk about it, answer all your questions. Yeah, just another way that we show appreciation for the guys that support us. We love them.
Yeah. Because those patrons, if it wasn't for them, we couldn't afford this nice stuff to be able to. Well, we could afford it. We're, John's rich, so
That's what I am. Well, I mean, you see my $6 million man lunchbox. That's how you know I'm wealthy.
yes, absolutely.
All
All right, enough chit chat. Let's
Galaga
get to
88,
88 so
what do
you
you
can
say?
destroy me.
All right.
Yeah,
You first or second? What do you want to do?
I'll be second because I got to learn from you this time.
All right, we'll see if that happens. All right, here we go. I'm going to pick the single shooter for starters.
Yep, that's smart because then you get 2 ships in the background just in case. I love how it's the multi-voice Galaga music.
Yep.
Definitely smoother graphics, as you can see.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
What a difference 7 years makes in technology.
No kidding. Yeah,
right?
no kidding.
I love the fireworks explosions on certain ships. Those were always
Some of
fun.
them more than others. Firework explosions.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
Oh,
my.
where did you go? You missed it.
I missed it. Yeah. I missed my.
Oh.
So you need 2 of those to tear a warp in space. Now it changes
All right,
players.
change player. Yep. Oh, there we go.
So you can go single
right.
as well. So unlike
Yeah.
Galaga, it switched over just because I got captured.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
think that's better, actually.
I do like that, yeah. Although I don't like the graphic when it captures you on this game. It's very pedestrian. I'm much.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I'm not going to get to find out. Fuck it. I much prefer the Galaga capture, the spinning around, and you can
Oh,
still
yeah. I
fire
know
while
what you
you're
mean,
being
sure.
captured.
Here's the little ones. Get them! I can't get them. Double shooters much.
Centipede.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look at that. Pro move.
Into your next dimension. Or
Yep.
same dimension, stage 2 now, I guess. And I always felt like the space station hid it, like the bullets were hard to see on that
Oh,
background.
that's probably not an unfounded criticism.
And I don't know if that was on purpose or not, or...
Oh, I missed one.
Ooh.
Gotta go to this more. Ooh! Ooh! I would
Yeah,
like
there's
to-
some play in between the bullets on a double ship. It's not like Galaga where you got double ships. Anything in between the bullets is getting hit. On this one, you can miss. Nice. They're coming back down. Oh, good shot.
Just did.
You got the ones that you got to hit twice.
Oh, missed 39.
Last guy. Damn it.
That wasn't terribly shabby.
No, that was good.
Walker.
So, computer robots, I'm curious, what was your favorite comic book from back in the day? Marvel, DC, which
I missed
title?
it again.
Which character did you like? I got a feeling I'm going to have plenty of time to chat with you guys here during this game.
Oh, don't get too excited. I'll die shortly.
No, not from that. I mean, just from me dying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably that. All right, here he comes. Triple shooter. Got it.
I like
Over.
how it combined it into one blue one instead of the 2 red ones.
Can you imagine if you shot that one, how pissed off you'd be?
Yeah.
There's 2 ships in that bubble. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. Ooh, he's coming for you.
Yeah, well,
Ooh!
backdoor.
Yeah, you got backdoored. Now I see what you mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Be careful now. Yeah. Oh!
Computer Robot says, both for DC, I love the new Teen Titans, and for Marvel, I love the runs on the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Avengers. Computer robots, I think you and I are going to be good friends from on out. Teen Titans happens to be my favorite series of all time. New Teen Titans, I have every single issue of New Teen Titans, Tales of the Teen Titans, every New Teen Titans book that was out there, even the ones where they spotlighted them and stuff. I have all of them. And at the most recent Dragon Con, I actually met Marv Wolfman and George Perez and got them to autograph a bunch of stuff, which was really cool. Matter of fact, you can see right... let me do my hand the right way in the camera here. Where is it? Right there. That's the New Teen Titans Annual number 2, which introduced Vigilante. That's the poster, and Marv Wolfman and George Perez signed it for me.
Got a little comic cred there going, George. Got my triple shooter cooking.
Yes, you do.
While you and the computer robots were jiving, I was laying down the Galaga 88 law.
The Smackdown. And you got 2 of your little
things
down there you captured,
Yeah.
I saw.
So we're going to drift through space first. Yeah, that's not going great. Oh, I got a second shot. They're gone.
Nice thing about triple ships was it filled in that gap between the 2 lasers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm doing so poorly here. I don't know the patterns of these at all.
I certainly don't.
Even the triple shooter, I'm not doing awesome.
Wow.
They just jump around and do crazy crap.
It's like Transylvanian polka. I don't know where that music came from.
There's a rip in space.
Yep. Dimension warp bonus.
Walker,
Woo.
walker. And the guys get weird. Here's where we're flying through space, which I always thought was awesome, and you can blow.
Oh, I forgot about the asteroids. Oh, wow. I don't think you get points for the asteroids.
No, but sometimes they have the things in them.
Oh.
The warp crystal things.
Gotcha. Oh, the balloon guys. Man. This is such a beautiful game.
Oh!
A very
Wow!
worthy successor to Galaga.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
But it wasn't nearly as popular.
Whoa! Oh! Look, I just...
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's
Tough.
It's about to
Bullets
be
are hard to pick up on that background,
About to be George's turn. Ooh, I got backdoored again. Down to 1 guy. Your turn.
I think you're okay in the score.
I'm doing okay. I got the high score. But
I think
again,
you're right.
no one's ever played this game before me, so... He's a catcher, but you only got 1 guy. You can't get caught.
Yeah.
Be careful. Yeah. We're both down to 1 man.
I gotta get out of this corner. And
Oh, goodness. Michael says, either of you watch the DC Superhero Girls series?
Mm-mm.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Oh, here's your report. Look how far you got. Dimension 1. I've never been beyond about Dimension 3, I think. So, this is one of those games I could put on Unlimited Infinity and find out what happens at the end, because I have no idea.
So, Michael, tell us a little bit about DC Superhero Girls. I'm kind of curious. Is that a modern thing or something?
Whoa!
Wow, that was quick.
I have time to listen. So there's my progression. You can see I got the 2nd dimension there. That's kind of cool.
Yep. Notice it called it Dimension 1, though. That was weird. But here it says 2-9. So,
GXG. I like that game. I always have. Liked it.
It's a fun game. So, I mean, should we talk about and go over Gapless a little bit?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. We have this flyer that you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So let's. Yeah. There you go.
So obviously, Gapless is actually the sequel to Galaga, which is something that people get confused a lot. Galaga 88 was not the sequel to Gapless. Galaga 88 was the sequel to. I'm sorry. Galaga 88 was not the sequel to Galaga, it was the sequel to Gapless, which is also called Galaga 3, which completely throws everybody for a loop.
So this one was between Galaga and 88?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
this came out in 84.
Yeah, in the looks department, I can see that makes sense, but I didn't realize. I didn't see this till way after I saw 88.
Well, and you can even look at the flyer here and tell. It was almost like, I don't know that, It was almost like they half-assed this game, really. I mean, you can just the flyer gives you that impression. Look at the artwork for the other ones, right, that we showed you before, and they're beautiful artwork. They're, these claws coming out, and this is just like they took a couple of screen grabs and then painted a red swash across the thing and said, "Here's the cabinet, please buy it." And that was it. But yeah, this one came out in 1984. It's the actual sequel to Galaga. As I said, it was also called Galaga 3 in North America when they rebranded it. There was a little ROM chip that they could throw on the board that would change it to Galaga 3. And the marquee, they had like a purple reddish marquee that they would send you to put in your arcade cabinet for that. So it was, it's got a lot of similarities to Galaga, which we'll see, but of course it's a little bit different as well. You'll notice that it's the only game that kind of builds the fighter on screen as you're starting,
which is pretty neat. I like
kind of
that.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah. But again, they were just keeping that line going because for Namco, the Galaxian line is what really saw them through a lot of their company building up during the mid to late 80s.
So it looks like Michael responded to you about the DC superhero girls. He says it's modern. Okay. They came out with a ton of dolls for it, featuring Bumblebee, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Poison Ivy, Batgirl, Harley, and they're all in high school. There's a web series, books, graphics novels, etc.
Yeah, that's definitely modern if there's a web series then. No, I hadn't even heard anything. I'll have to go take a look at that and see.
All right. So what do you think about I've not played much Gapless at all. I noticed that I'm looking at the track screen and you can move up and down instead of just left and right.
Yep, that was a little bit like Centipede. You couldn't go all the way up the screen, just up about half.
Little window, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that I remember about this, the tractor beam I'd forgotten until I'm looking at this right now. But I remember there's a part like you're shooting ships and they just bounce, like you keep shooting them.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I don't remember look at it. So you could capture. Oh, they flipped the script, so you capture the bugs that them capture you. Oh,
yeah.
All right. All right, so, I'd like you to be player one on this one because I don't remember this
all right, I'll give it a shot. See, it's been a long time, so I played it. The only place I ever saw this game was in an Atlanta arcade. So when we would go up there for trips, I would see it there. I've probably played the game a total of like 5 times in arcades.
First ship, second ship, thereafter, ... question mark. All right, here you go. Here's your ship being assembled.
There we go, building. Yep. So, I think that I don't think we did our buttons, John.
Oh, yeah?
I think that capture is button 2.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Really? Okay.
Well, I'm not going to get to find it anyway, so
let's pop it and see. Is there another button? Input this machine? No, there's only one button.
No, it's only one button. Okay, maybe that was one of the other ones.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't want to give too much away, so I died quickly.
That's spoiler free. Thank you so much. I feel like the shooting is slow. Maybe it's just that the game is too fast for me, but it feels slow. You got to focus.
Well, it's quite a bit faster than Galaxian, though. So.
Oh yeah, it is. But I can shoot faster too. So what am I going to do with him? Do I want to catch that? I guess.
Yeah, I think if you shoot him, then you can capture that piece, and that's what gives you.
Except I can
you got to hit him a couple of times, but that's the piece that gives you the capture.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. That's you.
Yeah, and you have to start the whole level back over again if you clear it.
Oh, that's not fun. Oh!
And I died in the exact same manner.
They're fast as hell.
They are. And I keep forgetting you can move up the screen. That throws me off.
Yeah. So where'd he go? Come back with that ship.
I don't believe he's going to.
I think he left.
He was like, you had one shot.
And he left too. All right. Well, it's
wow.
Just me, apparently. Was something I said? All the spaceships left. The spaceships ran away. Like had bad breath or something.
Boy, you talk about having to keep your eye on your ship mostly.
You do, yeah. Normally, like in Galaga, I could just focus until it gets heated. I could just focus up top. Not
here.
so
much here.
Nope. Trying to share.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Ooh, somehow. All right.
Grab them.
So I got a couple. They're not coming down.
No.
All
All right, so you're gonna have 3.
Oh, that's pretty badass right there.
Yep. You cover almost a quarter of the screen now.
I'd like to capture about 20 of them. Oh, challenging stage. I couldn't have timed that much better.
Oh, look at this. I think when you're hitting them and they're bouncing off, they're dying. Because you're spelling out, look, you're spelling out a word.
So I
Keep
want
hitting him. You're bouncing him.
Yeah, so I don't want him off screen.
Bonus is what you're spelling.
Yep. I got bony. How about that? Is that good at all? Is that good for something?
Well, it got you 5,200.
I'm kind of liking this game. This is the most I've ever played this game. I hated it. It was too frenetic, but they reward you for that craziness.
Is this Space Invaders music? Damn!
Space Invaders didn't have music. What are you talking about?
Well, it had the boom, boom.
Oh, yes,
boom,
they had that.
boom.
Whoa! Ugh!
Wait, they didn't hit the enemies.
I think
The enemies that are on your side can't be destroyed.
that's good news.
Look at that.
Yeah, I see.
It's just your ship that's in danger. That's cool.
I'm liking I'm liking a bunch of stuff about this game.
Because I was wondering, I was like, with 4 ships, there's only so many places you can dodge. GenXGrownUp, so when Street Fighter was released on its first day, how big of an impact was it? Was there a huge lineup? How did everyone react before playing it in the arcades?
Well, probably different reactions. So how about you, George? Since I'm getting shot.
Well, so the first Street Fighter that I remember was Street Fighter 1, which was completely different than anything after it. Street Fighter 1 had those giant pads that you punched into your wrist.
Yeah, right.
And that was what I played. And nobody got to play it that much because the pads kept breaking.
Yep.
So
I paused because it's your turn and you were talking.
Okay.
Ready? You good?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
One up again. Yeah, so I had the same thing with Street Fighter 1. So Street Fighter 2 wasn't a huge deal when it first came out. Like, it wasn't... it was pre-internet. It wasn't like day one, like, oh, everybody show up for the first Street Fighter 2. It was more of a word of mouth. Like, it started getting out, like, have you seen this new game? And, like, the guy that told me about it, he never played Street Fighter 1. He just, like, it's called Street Fighter 2. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, this is the... and it was quite an evolution, but he had never seen Street Fighter 1. He didn't know what it was the sequel to. And, but once we knew about it, yeah, we would spend a whole Saturday. We would go up and buy the thing where you spent like $5 to get $6 in tokens,
Right.
And we would just sit there all day. And
I know that was a big game for you.
Yep. Put your quarter up on there. And damn, these guys are fierce.
They are brutal.
I think I'm dead. Yes, I'm dead.
Yeah, I think we're both dead now.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't take long. But I had a good one run, and then if you don't have that triple shooter, quad shooter, forget it. And 50,000 was a score. We didn't even get a name in.
Wow.
Whew. You want to give this one another run? I think we deserve it.
Sure, why not?
All right. You going to go first again? Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Start.
Here we go.
Here we are. Fresh ship, just commissioned. We just put it together.
I'm going to go right over here where they form and see if that makes it any better.
All right.
Oh, I missed where they formed that, though.
Good luck with that.
Because they come out of those little sparkles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get it to where they all populate. I haven't done that yet.
All right. Oh, you got it. You got it. You got it. Don't get shot.
I couldn't. It wasn't moving
All right.
at the.
Catch
so I couldn't
him.
do it.
Catch him. Catch him.
I'm trying, but they got to come down.
There's
Come
one.
here. There's you.
There's two.
Come here.
Oh,
I
you
only
got
got
two.
two.
All right. Make it count. Now you're down.
Well,
to one.
I guess those guys do die.
They get. So I saw you get shot, but not rammed.
I got you.
So it's you and a little beetle.
I got the parsec too. Wow. Oh,
He got
and
shot.
I'm gonna be dead
At least when they get shot, you don't lose a man over it.
until you do.
Right. But you lost a man for a different reason. But
That's a higher score than I got with the 3 bin last time, so I feel better. Yeah, I don't think games started getting the notoriety like when they would come out in arcades until probably like 87, 88.
That's you.
Oh, this is me. Shit.
Yeah, when I die, it's your turn. That's how that works.
Damn it. Well, now it's your turn. There we go.
Thanks.
We'll fix that. Like, I remember when Cyberball came out, that had a big opening. People were going crazy over that game, yeah. Because they started off playing tournaments.
Like out of the gate?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, I was working in the arcade then, too, so that might have been why.
Well, that's how that game was designed to do that very thing, though.
Right.
This is really...
That one and Tecmo Bowl. Those were both really big back in the day.
Got it.
Nice. Good capture.
Can I catch him? Somebody come down. Let me catch you. Jeez. Oh, look. Get him. Woohoo!
You got all of them. Wow, nice.
Now we're cooking with gas.
I wonder if that's the most you can have is 5.
You got it. Maybe. It's a lot of shooting, I'll tell you that. Ooh, don't get shot. Don't get shot.
Now dodging the bullets is going to be really hard because
it's tricky. But again, you can't get rammed, just shot.
Right.
Or you get shot, or you go right at the middle and just die.
Damn.
That was cool, though.
That was cool.
It's a hard game, but it's neat.
I would really like to play this on a cabinet.
Yeah,
I think this would be
the
a
real
lot
controller.
of fun.
Yeah.
On a cabinet.
I agree. Yeah. Well, you like tripled your score that time. You did much better.
I did. I was very happy with it.
I think I have one guy.
You got one left. You should have at least one left.
I think that's all I have. Yeah, just the last two. This won't take long. Oh, man! I think they just gave me a free ball. Like you lose it right away and it comes right back to you. That's the parsec or the gapless form of free ball. Same player shoots again.
Oh, you got to get that. There you go.
All right.
I like how as soon as you get it, none of the bullets hurt you from that point forward.
That's handy. Come on down, guys. Come on down. Yeah, you too. And your brother and your uncle.
Oh, he didn't go in.
How'd he get away? Ooh,
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
You could die quick in this game. They don't play.
No, they don't.
Oh, you know what we didn't look at is the Galaga flyer itself. We started playing Galaga.
Sure.
So let's take a look at. So this is the original Galaga from Japan.
Yeah,
and the weird looking cabinet. Like that's not the cabinet that I played Galaga on.
No, because it's not the Midway cabinet. Midway remanufactured the whole cabinet, did all the decals differently. The whole
I see. Right.
That's the Japanese cabinet. And notice that they released it both in the arcade and the cocktail style at the same time.
Yep.
Which was a little unusual. They didn't always do that. Back then, you would get the arcade cabinet first, and then maybe 6 months later, you'd start seeing the cocktails come out. But they knew they had a hit on their hands. Galaxian was going gangbusters for them at this time. So I loved this cabinet, though. I always wanted this cabinet. I never got one.
The red and white like that?
I had seen a picture of it. Somebody had taken a picture, and I had seen a picture of it probably in the early 90s was when I first saw it. And I was like, oh, God, I want that cabinet so badly. I want one of those. And I still, to this day, haven't seen one for sale anywhere. Like, I'm sure in Japan, they're on the street corner, you just go pick them up, put them in the back of your truck.
They got a warehouse. They're trying to get rid of them.
Yeah. But
all right. So what do you say we wind up the stream with one more return to the key, which is Galaga. So let's let me put up the proper...
Let you embarrass me one more time here.
I appreciate that. Let's put up the appropriate marquee here. There's our Galaga.
Damn it. Another stream and no one said anything, Tommy Gunn said.
We did. So, we went live.
I've noticed that, John. Maybe there's something going on with YouTube because I don't think I'm getting notifications on it all the time.
It's not. Yeah, YouTube does that. Sometimes people get notifications. Sometimes they won't get notifications. Yeah, I mean, even though you have them turned on, sometimes the lives don't go out. Is
it because they have two different types of notifications now, where you have one that's everything for the channel and then one that's personalized, meaning that if it's videos that you've watched, and they put tags in it
I don't know.
Are the same tags?
I don't know. I mean, I know they've always had that problem where you don't always get notified, but I know that
I was
Yeah.
watching some other channel, and their little thing about subscribe to you, when they got to the notification part, they showed 3 different icons: an
Like turn
off,
on this and
a
this.
personal one, and an all.
Huh. I don't know.
So,
You could be onto something.
sorry, Tommy.
We're glad you're here, though. We're not gone. I mean, we're here. You
We're
made
still
it.
playing.
You technically made the stream. So, yeah, we're walking through Galaga. We played Galaga. We played Galaxian. We went to Galaga 88 and Gapless. And now we're full circle. We're back to, we're kind of probably the crown jewel of the series.
Sure.
Would you say?
Absolutely. I mean, Galaxian was what made everything happen, but Galaga was where everything came into full fruition.
They never really
as
repeated
far
that success with the other ones. They did well, but
Yeah.
this is the iconic
Yeah.
one. Yeah, you don't see him selling Gapless plushies.
Tommy said better late than never.
Yep.
It's also Halloweeny time. Lots of people probably out trunk or treating.
Yep. Yeah,
Like
people
a
do.
week early, I guess.
Well, see, Halloween is on a Thursday, and so a lot of people are
Right.
doing their Halloween stuff this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
know that.
because otherwise it's after the holiday. Yeah, in
Hmm.
fact, so Tommy, listen up. We are going to do another live stream just before Thanksgiving, probably Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. We haven't talked about it yet, but we have a game called what's it called? Night
Oh, yeah. The
Night
one you were talking
Stalkers,
before.
Night Slasher, something like that. It's essentially what if Golden Axe was a horror movie.
Right.
So it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up with magic but it's zombies and Frankensteins and mummies and stuff. And we're gonna play that sometime before Thanksgiving, before Halloween. It's before Thanksgiving, but before Halloween. So stay tuned.
I got a question for Tommy. Tommy, if you were to get notified through any of our social media outlets, we have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and the webpage. Which one, Tommy, would be better for you as far as notifications were that we were going to be doing a live stream? Because
That's right, because we used to pepper them everywhere, and it didn't do a
and
lot
we
for
didn't get a
us.
lot of traffic off of them. We didn't feel like.
But if
So-
regulars like you tell us, hey, if you absolutely tell me on Facebook, then we know we have some people that want to know. So Facebook we
Right.
can focus on, or Twitter, or Snapchat or Institute, or whatever the kids are using these days, whatever it is that you want.
Yeah, so just let us know in the comments, Tommy, what you think would be a good place to notify on, because obviously we can't depend upon YouTube
You
to
can't
do a good
count on
job
'em.
of it.
Yep.
What's Computer Robot saying? Do you guys think that in the future there might be a very retrend of the fashion of the 80s, 90s clothing and hairstyle, both for men and women? Well, so I don't know about in real life, but we're certainly seeing that in television, right?
Yeah, pop culture.
Every
and media.
television show is doing, ever since Stranger Things hit huge, all the TV shows now are throwing out their
your
80s
American
versions.
Horror Story is out. You said it's
Mhm.
84 or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Some of them
Everybody's
are
tapping
going back
into
to
it.
the old, like even Saved by the Bell stuff. I keep seeing things about where people are calling for retrospectives of that. Yeah, there's quite a bit of that out there.
Marcus has joined us. Marcus
Yeah.
says you guys need an app that allows notification iOS and Android. If only I knew someone that wrote apps. Do you know anyone, Marcus, who writes apps? Marcus, that could do something like that for us?
Does Marcus write apps?
I don't know. Maybe
No, I'm serious. I don't know. Does he?
he has been known to do some coding once in a while. Yes, he does.
Well, then
Yeah.
we need to get Marcus on that.
I think a GenXGrownUp app with notifications that we're going live would be a spectacular way to start out. That's a way to get you
Yep.
kind of ankle deep in the whole how you doing apps. Marcus
Look
says
at him.
I can get on that.
Nice. You know what I've always wanted in a Gen X Grown Up app, John? Just since
Picture of
Marcus is
you.
taking our order right now at the restaurant.
Right. I'm going to take an app. Let me get a side of notifications.
I've always wanted a Gen X Grown Up styled and branded trivia game on an app.
Let me
I
tell
think
you. Let me
One
tell
of us
you.
doing the voice, or maybe two or three of us doing the voice.
stand
I think we
by.
would knock that out of the park.
Do you know? So it's funny. So Marcus says, "Damn it, George." Let me tell you why. He and I have actually talked about, and I don't want to invoke it, but ALEXA app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could do a trivia game using ALEXA. I can't say it because she's going to hear me if I say it. So, but yeah, because he codes for the Amazon apps. So we've talked about doing something like that.
Well, could we
Yeah.
do a combination where we have I can say Alexa because mine's
You
muted
can,
right now.
right? Mhm.
So could we do an Alexa app, but also have like an Android iOS app? Because I think graphically that would be a lot of fun too. We could have a lot of
We can
80s
do
style
anything
graphics and
Marcus
stuff.
wants to do for us.
Nice.
Tommy says you guys have a Discord. We absolutely do, Tommy.
Yes.
I wish I knew more about it, but let me give you the link to our Discord. I'd absolutely love to. Sometimes
that in the
when
chat.
just one of us does a live stream, I often open it up. You've watched one where we had to open up and we accept voice chat when we're not already two people running our mouths. But we absolutely have a Discord. We have an open chat where you can run it. Let me go get the link for you.
Maybe we can do notifications in Discord as well, John. Maybe because I know what's the Twin Cop. They're very active in their Discord channel, and people talk about their notification stuff in there. So maybe we can do something.
So I think I grabbed
Once
too
we
much
learn
of
it.
that. Yeah, once we know what we're doing. But there we go. Yeah, so there's our Discord where we do open chat. You message us there anytime, and it'll pop up. We'll get it. It's open. That's an open voice and text chat. I'm not super good at the Discord, but I have it open all the time, and I pay attention to it. I think we all do, actually.
Yeah. I get notifications on it all the time. Like that's how I found out you did that live stream until 3 a.m. that time because
I did,
people
and
were
you
popping
popped
stuff
in
Discord.
to say
Yeah.
WTF. You stopped by. Yep. Okay, so let's do a little Galaga. I want you to go first this
Sure.
time because since
Okay,
I
all right.
embarrassed you in Gapless.
You embarrassed me in all the games tonight. I don't think I won any of them.
No, you totally did. You won Galaxian every time. We played 3
Oh,
times.
did
and
I
you
win
won.
Galaxian?
Yeah,
Okay.
you did. Yeah. And we've talked about, if you're just joining us, we've talked about the fact that George has a little disadvantage. One, because we're going over the internet, there's a little latency. And two, he's using an Xbox controller, not a stick that he's accustomed to. Tommy says he sounds like Mickey Mouse on crack. I'm on crack. I'm Tommy Gunn. That's my best Mickey Mouse, sorry. It sounds weird, but it's because he's on crack. That's... Woo! Just
That's
sit
how
in the
you
corner.
can do.
Just
That's
sit
really
in the
how you
corner.
can
What
do
could go wrong?
any
Just
of
sit
them.
in the corner. It's fine.
Well, I got no choice. They're pushing me over there. I told you I hate those damn butterflies.
You did say that.
See, look at that. They fucking weave in and
Well,
out.
Put this number on you. Computer robot suggesting that Tommy adds smoking to his subject to his handle, so he's Tommy Smoking Gun.
Nice. I killed the middle of my column up there, so I have to be careful not to destroy those Amadars before they start coming down.
Boom, boom.
There he is.
There he is.
Damn it, I blued him already,
there's
so I
your
can't
buddy.
fire while I'm in the cone.
Is that a technical term? You blued him?
I blued him.
That sounds obscene.
I developed the term before I understood what that could mean. So... I'm just killing him right away because I hit the ship the last 4 times out, so I'm not taking a chance.
Oh. Quote of the stream, blued him.
I'm off center a little bit, so I'm probably going to mess up this next group here.
So you know what I always gauged it by was where your bullet hits the H.
Yeah,
That's what I always estimated.
there we go.
Tommy says the name was given to me from a friend when I wanted to become a rapper back in high school. Tommy Gunn. You know, in one of the episodes of the Drawn to Panel podcast, we read a book called Tommy Gunn or Tommy Gunn Chronicles or something or other.
Did we? I don't remember that. Was I in the Philippines on a deathbed at the time?
No, you read it too. It was your show.
On which one?
Drawn to Panel.
Drawn to Panel. Okay, I thought you said GenXGrownUp. I'm sorry.
Maybe I did, but
I'm concentrating on my delayed Galaga game.
you're doing a fine job,
Yes,
except for
I am.
that dead ship. Yeah, Michael's saying you blued him. Says the guy with the backdoor dodging. Again, more terminology he made up well before he knew the implications.
Well, no, I had gone to Catholic school, so I knew what backdooring meant.
I'm gonna let that one go.
That's what I kept telling the priest, but he wouldn't listen.
Mm-mm. No. Vin's World says stealth watching. I should be working. You know what? I think Galaga is way more important than whatever, menial labor they bestowed upon you, Vin. Just,
Damn it!
Oh,
and I died. That
need-
sucked all the way around.
you need to make more mistakes in the span of 5 seconds. That was amazing. All right, I get a turn, though. So it's not all bad.
Oh. I already did better than my last game of Galaga, so.
Yeah, and with the internet handicap, so.
Yeah.
Vin, I'm glad you're here, man. Thanks for swinging by.
Absolutely.
Woohoo! Dodging, dip, dodge, duck, dip, dive, backdoor dodge. There, see the red ones? Ooh!
Oh! Oh! Ow!
Mm.
Tommy, that's funny.
Right. Well, we're only saying this stuff because it's Halloween. It's devil worship, Sign of the devil, dude. This looks
We're
like
going to talk a little bit about Sign of the Devil coming up on Thursday on our new podcast from GenXGrownUp, 70s horror films.
yeah, on Halloween.
That's right.
Woo-hoo.
Maybe some people can comment in the comments right now what they think will make our top 10 list.
Top 10 horror movies of the 70s, specifically.
Yeah.
Michael says, which school? Our Lady Will Pet Your Squirrel? This whole chat took a turn. Computer Robots says, prior to 9/11, what was the major news stories the media focused on before that event? So there's plenty of them. We actually did an episode of our podcast about memorable TV moments. And it wasn't just news. It was played pop culture. It was like
What the?
the fall of the Berlin Wall and who shot JR. There's a whole episode we did about that. Robots?
Probably Challenger was the biggest tragedy right before
Right,
9/11,
which was
maybe?
84?
84?
Yeah. I mean, 9/11 changed the kind of how people... Nothing like set the precedent for that. That was just all-encompassing. But Challenger, of course, was big. Fall of the Berlin Wall was big, news-wise.
Man.
Whoa, I just saw that on... I saw it on this
Right.
side, too. Yeah, I saw it on this side as well. Yeah. Yeah, but luckily you're in the challenging stage, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Bridget's here. Hey, Bridget. 85,
Wow.
she said, was Challenger. Okay, so my memory failed me.
Is that Bridget from Kai Tom Bridget?
It sure is Bridget.
Wow.
Yeah. Bridge 1701.
Awesome, Bridget.
Yep. Tommy says, trick or treat, smell my feet, prepare to get tested. I don't think that's how that goes.
Depends on which school you went to, apparently.
The lady of perpetual squirrel petting, then perhaps it was. Well, just stay in the corner. Oh!
I couldn't do nothing.
Well, you did something.
Well, yeah, I died.
Got shot. Was that it?
That was it for me.
Well, I have a chance to catch up to you. It's not going to happen, but I have a chance.
Oh,
Put in
gotta
your,
put
your
the
stuff, yeah.
initials.
Michael says, top horror story of the 70s? My birth. That's right, Baby Jessica, Girl in the Well. It's, yep.
Yeah, Baby Jessica was that. Baby Jessica was after Challenger, right?
I don't remember. I feel like it was before.
I know we talked about her in that one podcast, though.
We
with
did,
TV
yeah,
memorable
yeah.
moments. Yeah.
So the thing about the podcast is we do research, so it sounds like we know a lot of stuff, when really we just did a lot of research.
Yeah, Wikipedia saves our butts on that podcast more often than anybody real. And it's not that we didn't know this stuff at one time. We did. We're just old and we've forgotten it all.
You can't know everything forever. Okay, did I do it right? I waited and got caught at the end.
You're at stage 2. Now leave him up there, kill the two bees, then kill him, and it'll set your...
Yeah, I would have done that even if I didn't have a pro coach. Well, I'm going to try, I guess I'll say.
Watch out, they're going to come out of the same spot. So you got him on the rebound, so you're good.
It just stayed dead center, huh? I always thought you had to...
Tommy Gunn says Bret Hart getting screwed is the news item.
Is that a wrestling joke I don't get?
Yeah, so there was a famous pay-per-view where Bret Hart, they wanted him to drop the title before he moved over to a different rival company. He didn't want to on that pay-per-view because they were doing it in his hometown in Canada. And so Vince McMahon and the wrestler he was wrestling, Shawn Michaels, they concocted a backstage thing where he would Shawn Michaels would put Bret Hart in Bret Hart's finishing move, and then the referee would say he submitted without Bret Hart really saying it.
Oh,
And
really?
so they ended the pay-per-view with Bret Hart actually spitting in Vince McMahon's face.
You can't write that stuff, folks.
No, it's supposed to be a shoot. There's a lot of controversy back and forth, but that's what he's referencing there.
Woo!
So.
Woo! Woo!
Hey, I see Streamlabs popped up finally.
Yeah,
Started
well,
showing
yeah.
stuff.
Well, I told you it has to do with activity in the chat. They don't want to spam you with, Whoa!
Oh, ow, ow!
I just pulled a George.
Wow.
There's a lot of bees up there.
My excuse is lag. What's your excuse?
Lag.
You're there! Nice. Good cleanup on the scorpions.
Trying.
Or the stingrays. People call them different things. The problem is you're in free fall, so you got to be careful. That's the only cone you're going to get there.
I took it.
There you go.
Sold.
You got a challenge stage on change 7, so it doesn't matter when you get this guy. Nice. Clean him up anyway.
That's how I roll. That's how my Galaga coach taught me. His name was George.
And I hugged him and petted him and loved him and kept him. And I named him George.
And sent him to Catholic school. It's all part of the loving and petting.
Nice shooting. Very nice. Challenge stage on the left side start. There you go. Oh!
Got away.
Man. You had that one too.
I felt like I did. And then I boned it. 39.
You're going way ahead of me now.
Did I? Not yet.
Yeah. On the bonus here.
Oh, with the bonus I did. Oh, yeah. I take no joy in it. Well, I take
You take a little joy in it.
Oh, so I took a little joy.
A little joy, a little
Get-
Samantha,
get-
a little
get
April,
shot.
whatever.
it's Galaga, not Mambo number 5. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Ah! Son of a...
You know, I didn't know that song was a remake of somebody else's song.
Really?
Yeah, it was some trivia thing I saw on TV.
Didn't deserve to be made once. Why make it again? I don't understand.
Oh, goodness.
That GXG guy is good. He's got both the top 2 scores.
I'm telling you, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Look at that. Oh, man. What do you want to... What did Tommy talk about Mooncresta? You want to take a look at Mooncresta while we're here?
Yeah.
Being
Yeah, I
related
think
to
it was
that?
called Mooncresta.
You know-
Was it Tommy or was it somebody else? I
Or
don't
maybe it
think
was Computer
Tommy.
Robot. Somebody was talking about
Computer
that.
Robot, I think.
Let's
yeah.
take a look at that. It reminds you of Galaga some. We'll have to. You guys forgive us. We'll have to map the controls a little bit, but we can pop in and do that. As I'm sure I have it.
Yeah, it was Mr. King Dice was asking about Mooncresta.
Okay, there's Mooncresta. So let's pop that open. Who knows what crazy things it'll do? I'll just have to change the video
I
options.
love look at the apostrophes. That's the only game I've seen that in.
What?
Look at the first and second.
Oh,
At the
one
top of the
apostrophe.
screen.
That's bad grammar. Oh, Mooncresta. Of course, the 3 ships.
Oh, the 3. I remember this game. I played this in Orlando at the little crappy motel we would stay at when we go to Disney World.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's map our controls, George. So
I remember
so
this game.
so this. Pardon the. You're not seeing any of this. You don't have to deal with any.
No, you're teaching them about MAME. That's okay.
So we're both mapping the same things. Here's left, so you do your left direction, and I'll do my right, and do your right direction. And there's my fire gun, and there's your fire gun. And since it's not in, that should be good. We should be able to do it now.
God, I remember this game.
Just scroll
I'm so
this
glad King Dice suggested this. I remember this game.
So this is not
Wow.
Galaga Family, right? It's just
no,
it's
not in the game.
But
I don't even know
listen,
who makes this game.
if somebody was Nichibutsu, it says right there.
Is that their game? I guess. Okay. I don't even know who they are.
Well, you don't know better than to correct me, so I'm gonna say it's true. So it looks like it's
Wow.
got some Phoenix kind of look to it, the way they're
Mhm.
materializing.
And the little they're like on arc downs. Like they take one arc down and then they take the other arc.
Kind of like
You know, as they
like
go
piece of
down.
paper drifting a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's cool. God, I remember this game.
But somebody who didn't know games could walk up and go, "Oh, it looks like Galaga." I mean, it has the flickery, the starfield.
Yep.
It's a spaceship shooting spaceships. I mean, yeah, it's very
Well,
similar.
I mean, certainly they got a lot of.
Trip to the Space War, Moon Cresta. Try it now. You could get a lot of fun and thrill. All right, you want to go first or second? What do you want to do?
I'll go second.
You'll go second. All right, I'll go first.
Oh God, I remember that sound.
Yeah, I'm off pitch, but oh, the sound of this. I've heard this in so many movies, and
Yep.
except I died. So there you go. Here's you tuned 2'ND. I'm like, that's not how that works. That's very Phoenixy, the way they split off.
And it's Galaxian like because you only have the one bullet.
Yep.
At a time.
But if you can ever dock, you'll have 3 shooters.
Yeah.
Because the other parts of your ship will come back and dock with you.
But I think it's still just one fire at a time.
But it's a set of 3. Yeah, it's one fire at a time at 3 bullets. Right, you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
You ain't done. It's a little early to celebrate.
I'm just happy I got rid of the purple guys.
Tommy said he wanted heavy barrel. Clarify what you mean by that. Do you mean you wanted the cabinet, or those are your favorite games?
Is that what you would say to the priest?
Because you can, wow. I'm gonna act like that didn't even happen. So because you could get heavy barrel as one of those my arcade machines. I reviewed it on the channel. But you're saying like you wanted the proper one, I'm guessing, right?
Wow, only 860 points for all that work?
Oh, so now I'm just the second phase, so I can shoot.
Yeah, because your first guy died.
Well, this one, really? Man, that ain't right. Oh, Tommy said I wanted to see you guys play it.
Well, we can do that too. I'm not doing anything tonight.
Yeah,
it's up to John.
Heavy barrel will take a little prep because that had a twisting joystick for.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? We can add it to our list. In fact, the favorites list is where I put things we plan on streaming. So in a minute, we'll add heavy barrel to the list.
Oh, the docking!
Yep.
I forgot about this.
So 2 and 3 dock now.
Yeah.
So away you go. Don't wreck. Whatever you do, it'd be embarrassing. Nice. Right on. That was groovy.
Oh, look, they're alternating, though. They're not all 4 at the same moment.
Hey, so now you do have 2 shots.
Yeah.
And you're a giant target.
I am a giant target. Woohoo! Oh, Jesus! What was that?
I love your celebration! Woohoo! Smash! 1, 2, 3, invincible! Alright, there's my...
All right.
This is terrible. So the bullets are so far apart.
I wonder if I'm completely out now.
I hope so.
Because I lost both ships on that.
Good. Just shoot something!
You know, that takes away a little bit from you because you don't have a choice but to dodge. Yep. You can lose all 3 ships at one moment. And maybe you didn't want to play it that way. Like in Galaga, you can choose whether you're captured or not.
Is that my score? 500?
Yeah.
Is that how many points I got in this whole game?
That's your whole score.
That kind of stinks.
Jesus.
Careful.
Good Lord. Shut up. I'm a bitch.
That one you hit was just pure luck. I don't mind letting you know. Just FYI.
I was just hitting the button and going left, right.
Player 2, you got your name in. Name registration. Put in your name as Nichibutsu.
Did I put a letter in yet? I tried to click it. Where did it click?
There it is. Now you did it.
I got 55 seconds to spell out GenXGrownUp. I'm not going to make that.
Oh, you chicken. I would have done it. I'd have typed the whole word. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Oh, there's not one.
Where?
There's not one. Apostrophe.
There's not one of those either.
All right, we got to go again.
Oh, look. No, that's where the high score name is.
On the screen all the time?
Yeah.
Mother
awesome.
beeper. That's neat.
We have to find this game at SFGE next year and spell out GenXGrownUp.
I'm going again.
We're playing again? Okay. Who's first? You?
Me.
Okay. all right.
I gotta redeem myself. It can't go any worse, I don't think. Oh, there's some chat.
Some people should stick to playing Party Hard.
Oh, Tommy. Oh, Tommy. Oh, look, Tommy just got banned from the channel. What happened? How did that happen? I don't know what happened. Must be a glitch. At least in Party Hard, I can set fires.
Man,
and
I don't like the
police.
way these guys backdoor you. They reverse that motion. It's not fun. I see you over there behind the game. Damn it!
Yeah, we heard what you said.
Are either one of us going to be able to beat that high score so you can spell out the whole name this time?
Yeah, you can.
I don't think I can.
Well, ain't gonna be me. Just FYI.
But if I do, I'll let you spell it out.
Okay, fair enough. I think the thing you do is just don't shoot.
Tommy said, gee, thanks.
It was a glitch. I don't know what happened.
Oh, ow! Nice shot. There you go. Look at it. You got over 1,000.
So here's what I've learned. Don't shoot until you are actually shooting something.
Yes, this is not a fire and forget kind of game. You actually have to aim.
Yep. Mission aim, docking of rockets, using lever and button.
Yeah, I think you have to control the descent a little bit, kind of like Moonlander.
Oh yeah, lunar lander.
Otherwise, you go in too hard and you crash. You know. Ooh, nice
Got it.
shot.
Right on.
Oh, there's your bonus. That's where you get the big score.
Ah.
God, I love that sound. I forgot about this game. I'm so happy King Dice suggested this. I'm always trying to think, what game can I play on main that I used to love when I was a kid, and I can never remember half
Oh,
of them.
I got hit. Okay. I'm doing okay though. Doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing really good this time.
So this should be you now. Yeah. Beep 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 beep.
Come here.
Oh, he's coming. Don't you worry.
I know, I can see. Oh!
Ooh, you just lucked out. Ooh, nice.
Woo!
Got him. Yep. Yeah, I did dramatically better when I stopped just rapid firing. Would just like shoot when you have a target in sight.
Well, and they always materialize in around that middle of the screen. That's where they seem to pop in. All right.
Mission
and I'm
aim.
almost in the middle.
Docking of rockets using lever and button. This is totally English, we swear. Tommy says, November 23rd, 1983, 20th anniversary of Doctor Who. Okay. We'll accept your trivia. Oh, now they're shooting together. They were offset
Oh,
before.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, it's inevitable. You just can't just shoot into space like that.
Oh.
That's called pulling a John. All right, so I just have the big ship now, right?
Yeah, we're close in score now, too.
Yep. Where you at? Come on.
Yeah, they're like invisible, like they're going. Oh, he was cloaked. What the hell?
That doesn't seem fair.
That does not seem fair.
Okay,
All
here we
right,
go.
spell it out. Spell it out.
I'm working on it.
Oh,
I'm working on it.
you better not mess up because that rub is all the way in the middle.
I'm working on it. I have 53 seconds.
The problem is, I don't think it's going to display all the time because it's not the high score.
It's not?
No, you're at 57. You're in score number 2.
Well, what am I doing this for? To see if it
Because
works.
you said you could do it. All right,
Look at
can
it.
we get one last letter in there?
Nope.
Ah!
All right, so we'll just do a P. There we go.
All
That's
right.
close enough. End.
Today is anniversary of release of 1999. Oh, like the TV show 1999? Cool. I wonder, I don't have anything to dock with, I bet. Oh, he's freaking. Oh,
Oh. And the high score name is that cloaking. What the heck?
yeah, that cloaking messes you
That's-
up. You just gotta
that's-
fire and hope you
that's-
get lucky.
That's uncool.
Damn. I almost got the high score again.
Almost.
Damn it.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet, though.
That was pretty cool.
Monsters a Go-Go said, did I miss Galaga 88, one of my faves? You did, but since you just got here and you're asking, I'd be happy to play it some more. How about you, George?
Sure. I'm not doing
Welcome
anything.
to the stream, my man. Happy to have you here. Oh, and it's not talking about the movie. Tommy's talking about the Prince album, 1999.
Oh,
And Marcus, of all people, was the one who straightened us out.
of course.
Huge Prince fan. This is awesome. I'd forgotten about. I mean, I remembered Moon Cresta, but I forgot which game it was.
Man, I'm
All
so happy you suggested that. That's awesome.
Yep. You down for some Galaga 88? Since
I
Monsters
can
a
do that
Go-Go
again.
requested
Yeah.
it. All right. So first things first. Tommy said we should put Heavy Barrel on the future thing to do.
All right.
So I'm going to right now, I'm going to take Heavy Barrel and I'm going to put it into the list of favorites. So it's in our list. And then we're going to go back and we're going to give Galaga 88 another shot because I'm down for that. So let's go and flip over my, there we go, Galaga 88. There we go. So it's all appropriate. There's a fly bugging me. Get it? A fly bugging me. You get it?
Yeah.
Because it's a fly.
I got it.
It's funny. Okay. Who's first? I think I went first last time, didn't I? Or do you want, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
Your call. What do you want
You
to do?
go. You go first.
I'll go first. All right.
I
Monsters a
won the last
Go-Go.
game. Whoever wins the game calls who goes first.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Because you asked, I am going through the intense labor of forcing myself to play Galaga 88 again, just for you. It's a true
Yes.
happy to play it. Single ship, pro move.
Sure. Yep.
See if I get any further this time. The smart money says no.
Tommy says, "Stick to streaming, John."
Why? I don't say. I thought we were friends, Tommy.
Well, you banned him from the channel. You made an enemy for life, man.
It was a glitch. It wasn't me. We
I think
discussed.
you were the glitch. Oh, there's a glitch.
Oh, my. Yeah, okay. Monster says thanks. It is my distinct pleasure to be forced to play an arcade game that I love. You're so welcome. It's truly an effort.
Oh,
So I enjoy streaming games. I enjoy hanging out with people on live chat.
oh,
I still don't get why people watch people just sit and like dead-eyed play games on YouTube and Twitch.
well, Deadeye play games I get, but
You
I don't
do?
think that's what we're doing.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
But I see people sitting like they're like
yeah, that I don't like.
and they'll stream for hours and they'll get
Oh, it's back to you because I got captured.
and they'll have 500 people in the stream and God, people love it. And I'm like,
Yep.
what are you guys doing?
I mean, I guess because they're so skillful at whatever game it is they're playing.
I guess. I frankly focus more time on talking to people and making fun of you than I do playing the game because well, it's more fun, I think. Are you gonna play or what's the deal? That's you.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm going to. Well, shit. Were you moving the controller?
I was trying to save you. I was trying to save you from yourself.
So now we know why the glitching is happening.
No,
on
we
my...
do not. That's incorrect. It's because you're not paying attention. That's why.
This game is too fast for me. I'm not used to it.
Well, apparently it's too fast for me. Oh,
I missed the hyphens in the 1-up and 2-up.
Monsters a Go-Go is going, you know what? Never mind. You guys suck. This will not... We're going to try again. I did much better the first time I played. All right, I got the bug. So it's like a gnat flying around.
I want to kill that big blue teddy bear looking guy. Oh, Jesus.
Tommy says it's the interaction thing. I agree. But see, that's what I think is interesting. When you're chatting with each other, you have like the game is like a catalyst.
I got him.
I think the game is like a catalyst to spark memories and spark conversation. The game is not the attraction, because you can go play the game without us. I mean, maybe I shouldn't tell you that. Maybe they didn't know that.
Damn it! We had to watch this. We didn't need to.
It's like, crap, you're saying I could play this today without these knuckleheads yakking over it? I had no idea. Picking up the pace here. Get him! Get him!
They will.
Yeah, not to worry. Woo! That was bold.
Yeah, it was a little stupid, but
You did it, though.
I'm a lot stupid, so, that's how that goes.
So you're right on par. All right, that's single shooter dancing. Go
That's
for it.
Galactic Dancing.
Perfect score. You saw me with a triple shooter. I couldn't get a perfect score. It's not.
I just like to get one of the level, like get all of them in one of these
just one,
parts of this.
one wave. Yeah.
Yeah, just one wave.
Tommy says it's fun getting banned by you guys. I told you it was a glitch. It wasn't me. Just poof. So you lost it. Yeah, didn't have done two of them. No warp.
Yep.
Marker, marker. All right. Shoot that till you're ready to grab it. Or that'll happen.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't know I hit him.
Woo! Nice dodge. But you can't get caught because you're still down to just the last shooter.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh, God.
Just sit in the corner. Nothing bad can happen.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Woo!
I was hemmed in there because I couldn't get
I
captured.
know, yeah. Yeah. You
Damn it.
You couldn't get caught.
That's not a bad score for me, though.
Again. Did we get a high score? I don't know. Yeah, I gotta redeem myself.
50,000's high score.
Yeah. Well, it could be like a third or fourth score. Mash your button and see. Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, there is.
got number 7. That's you. Spell it out. You can't.
Oh!
There's a rub. Go back. There's a back arrow. No, there's not.
There's not a rub.
All right, guy. You'll just be guy. Some
That's it.
guy. All right. Rematch.
You're first. I won.
All right. Fair enough.
So that's a new link that we threw in the Streamlabs. If anybody is noticing there in the chat, anybody who is not a patron in our current chat room right now, we would love for you to join that illustrious crowd. We have a Patreon patron appreciation podcast coming up on November the 19th, where we're going to give the opportunity for all of our patrons to record a soundbite or a question or a comment, whatever they want, and send it in to us. And then we get to play that on the podcast, and the whole podcast will be stuff that people have sent in to us and us just talking about the things they're sending in.
It's like listener mail, but exclusively patron listeners.
Yeah.
And you can do it for as little as $1 a month. That's all it takes. It's not like a huge commitment.
Let's see. Mike says, for me personally, if I want to see how a game ends, I'll YouTube it. Growing up, I never had money, so I spent most of my arcade time watching others play, so yeah, nostalgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we were talking about wanting to see how games end, which is good. So MAME, like you can put it on, infinite tokens or invincibility or something. I think that's a huge like for example, I would love to see the end of this game. Like putting it on like You Can't Die would be a great thing to see.
Right.
Because I want to see like all the crazy monsters and stuff. They change every level. All right, change players because I got captured. It's you.
All right. See, now when they do this, I know it's my turn to play. The rest of the time, I have no clue.
I like the little guys in the middle.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
I
dodge.
tried to die right away.
Ladies and gentlemen,
New subscriber.
welcome. I can't see all the screen. Realtas something. I apologize. I can't see all your name. New subscriber. I don't know if you're in the stream or not. If you are, hello. If you're not, hello anyway. Maybe you'll see this later.
I forgot those are the guys that capture you. I gotta.
If you are not currently a subscriber and would like to see your name pop up in the live stream, that works too.
That's a messed up butterfly guy. I don't like him at all.
He does that same little red guy wave.
Yeah, he does.
Ooh, he almost came and got you.
Oh,
Whoa!
Jesus! What the hell?
He's like, he's done playing. And he left it. He's like, oh, you don't want to shoot me? How about this? This one's going a little better for you, monsters. I could definitely put this one on invincibility just to see, because again, I've never been past like warp 3.
Shoot,
or
I
something.
killed too many of them again. Damn it.
But you could
Oh no, he's gonna capture me. Oh!
You got it.
That was close.
You got it. All right, so it should change over, right? Yep.
Yep.
Change player. Da, 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 da. Wrong game. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
funny, that butterfly guy, he kind of does the Galaxian move, right? The swoop.
Yeah, he does.
Nice shot.
Just barely.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so I think this is my first, Galactic Dancing.
Yeah, I don't think center screen matters because they start you in center screen on this one anyway.
Ooh, got a wave.
Nice.
Super pro.
Right side. They're going to come down to the leg. Nice. 2 waves. Nice. Get over there. You got him twice. Nice.
Woo! Got it.
Woohoo!
Man, look at the fireworks. Look how they love me over there in Galaga 88. But only one warp core, so I'm not only gonna just pop out. Nothing.
Yeah.
Da-da, da-da-da. Tommy says, "Behave yourselves. Catch you later. Thanks for the laughs. Thank
Tommy.
you for being here. And we always count on Tommy to view and comment all the videos we do. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming by."
Mike says, "Do it, you'll love it. Cheats were my best friend on
Whoa!
Main till I lost the file. Once I get my computer back up, I may have to hit you up for that file."
I have it.
LOL.
I have it. Happy to help. Woo!
Oh, you had to leave that one there.
Yeah, I know. Well, remember I told you, careful, don't shoot it till you're ready for it, and
Yep.
I didn't do that myself, so follow my own advice.
You're going to get the high score, though, so we're going to get a chance to put that GXG at the top again.
But, can you do that in this one? I thought that was just in Runecrest.
No, it won't be underneath the high score, but I'm saying you'll have GXG
top,
in there.
top of the screen. I got top of the scores. Yeah. Eric Miller, welcome. He says, my favorites will always be Gapless.
Galaxian,
Did you
and
not want to play?
Galaga.
What happened to you, George?
Son of a bitch!
You saw me get captured?
I didn't think about it. That throws me off. I'm used to Galaga.
Okay. Well, anyways, see what Eric had to say while I play my game.
Well, he says his favorites will always be Gapless, Galaxian, and Galaga in that order.
Really? Gapless first? All right.
Yeah. It was a fun game, no question about it.
It was. I wish I was better at it, or it went slower.
So, Eric, did you have that game where you were at? Is that why you enjoyed it the most, or was it just the gameplay? Computer Bots is saying he's got to go. Take care, everybody. Thank you, Computer Bots, for
Thank you
stopping
for
by.
being
We
here.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Sure.
Man, that triple shooter cleans up a board
it
quick.
just mops it. Yeah. All right,
Here's a Galactic Dancing, and you got 2 warp bubbles, so...
Yep.
Oh, this is the Polka one.
Okay, there. Go out the side over here. Yep. So I should stay on one side, because he's going to come back across, right? Yes. So don't
Looks like it.
don't chase them. Stay on one side, and then they'll come to you. Like this.
As long as you know which side that is, you're good.
Well, it's both sides. If you clean it up, the other wave comes to this side for you. See what I mean? So
Yep.
you stay on the left, you clean the left, the guys on the right come to the left on their way out. Gotta get a warp. Nice.
There you go.
10,000
Rich
bonus.
Nice. You're smoking this game.
That's on top of the Galactic Dancing, which was not awesome, but not bad. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Ooh!
Oh!
Yeah, I lost my triple, but
Yeah, oh, you're triple. I was like, wait,
It's
you still
okay.
got 2 ships.
yeah, you're right. Now I got one.
Oh, now you're down to single.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, I could have cleaned those up, but now I can't.
Yeah, that would have been a nice triple.
The
Asteroid.
the gnat was after my nose again. I died. Okay, your turn, George. It's you playing.
Okay,
you're the
got,
one
that's
playing.
what we got to do here.
It's
you
you,
gotta-
George. George, you're playing. Go, go, go. All right.
I do a little bit better when I realize it's my turn. Son of a bitch!
Do you though? Did you know that was your turn?
I'm the only person I know who can do that in multiple Galaga games.
You know, you're a triple threat.
Just like Jennifer Lopez. At least the music makes me feel like this round isn't so bad.
It's festive. Oh, man. And Eric, we played all of those. We played Gapless, Galaxian, Galaga. We played... what's the other one we played?
Galaga 88.
Galaga 88, obviously the one that I'm staring at. Yes, this one. We also played some Moon Cresta.
Yes.
Someone mentioned it as being similar, which they were correct. It's pretty darn cool. So if you didn't get to see that, the replay on YouTube will be up probably later tonight or tomorrow if you want to catch any of that. Almost got away from you.
Yeah, it did.
So is this more than you've historically played Galaga 88? Just in this
Oh,
session,
yeah,
you think?
by far.
Careful, don't get caught. Don't get caught. You don't have any...
Yeah. So I was staying over to the other side.
Has it changed your opinion at all? Do you still think you still like it about the same amount?
I mean...
Whoa! You shot him
Damn
on
it!
the way... That was actually pretty cool until the part where you died.
Well, I was hoping I could do that when I saw I was getting captured, but...
Yeah, I didn't know you could shoot him like that. So has this changed your opinion of Galaga 88 at all?
I mean, I always enjoyed it. I just never got many opportunities to play it.
True.
But I'm not going to say this is my favorite. Still,
No.
my favorite is going to be Galaga. It's going to be hard for anything to replace that. Although,
This is probably my
I
second.
know I'm going to play the crap out of Moon Cresta for a while now.
Yeah. Probably my second. Like, I really like Galaga, but this was
What
always...
do you think of Gapless, though?
So Gapless was like this for you, right? So I probably played that thrice my whole life.
Right.
That's too hectic. I need my triple shooter there.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Especially we capture the other ships. It's a nice twist.
Mhm. That was cool, yeah. I like that.
All right. Did I make the... I did. I made the high score. Look at that.
That's what I said, yeah.
Should it be Guy or GXG?
I think it should be GXG.
Okay.
Guy is already off the board, so we're good there.
We're done with Guy. He's finished. Bye,
We
Guy.
got the first and the 8th spot, so we're okay.
2-8. Cool. All right, George. Listen,
Yeah.
almost 2 hours of streaming. I think successful. We had a good time.
Back
I
in
know
the
I did.
day, Gamer says, "What's happening, YouTube?" Well, we're winding up a live stream. That's what's
That's
happening
right.
with this YouTube.
Yeah, back in the day. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry you just got here toward the end. We've been 2 hours. We've been playing all kinds of Galaga. We played.
Wow, we've been playing for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, just shy of it. We played Galaga, Galaga 88, Gapless, Galaxian, and finally
Moon
we got
Cresta.
Moon Cresta by request because somebody said, "What about Moon Cresta?" Not in the Galaxian or Galaga family, but it was. We remembered how cool it was. Yeah. So, George, any parting words you have to say on our way out?
No, I mean, definitely look for us to do the console version of the Galaga games later on. We
Yep.
plan on trying to do that where we show you all the cool, like everything from Atari 2600 on up through NES and some of the more modern stuff. And hopefully we can also show you that homebrew ROM for Atari 2600.
I know we can.
That
Yeah.
by far will be my favorite gameplay of that stream if we get a chance to do that.
Yep. So we can prep for that when we have time after the sometime after the Halloween stream. We will
Yes.
make sure if you're not subscribed, make sure you have notifications on because we are going to do a what's the name of the game? It's like called anyway. It's basically a horror golden
Let me see
axe.
if
We're
I
going
can
to play
find it.
Halloween time, and yeah, well, there's a card for it actually. If you look in Trello, George, I named it.
Well, I was trying to, but every time I click off,
It
then
goes to
I
the other
lose
monitor?
you. Well, I lose you, so
Oh, no
let me see.
great,
It's loaded up now, though.
no great loss. It's just me.
Give me a second. It's loading
Hey,
up.
Captain Retro. Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see
Nice.
you here. Yeah, we're actually just winding up. We've been on for about 2 hours playing all manner of Galaga. Mentioned live stream is going to come up around Thanksgiving. I keep saying Thanksgiving. Halloween time. Probably Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to play. Did you find the name of it? What's the name of that game? Did you get there?
It's loading. Hold on. I'm almost on the board now. Let's see. Is that in the on deck section? Oh, Night Slashers.
Night
That's gotta be
Slashers. Night Slashers. Yeah.
it. Night Slashers.
Yeah. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up kind of horror thing. You're beating up monsters and Frankensteins and stuff. So we're gonna give that a shot.
You said it was like Golden Axe, but horror, right?
That's kind of what it's like. Yep. Kind of horror-y.
Captain Retro. Oh, fart. I missed it.
Yeah. Sorry, man. We're glad you swung by, though. Always good to see you.
So we asked this earlier. I'll ask it again since there's a couple more of you in the channel now. If you guys were getting notifications about our live streams, obviously YouTube is sporadic with the way it handles notifications.
We all know
Which
this.
platform would you prefer to receive notifications about our live streams in? Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Because we want to make sure that we're sharing it out so that we get the most eyes on the notifications, so we have more fun talking to you guys when we're playing these games in these live streams.
I'll put a link to the Discord, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know it.
There you go. Nice.
Yep, throw it in there. Yeah, I know when I do single streams, we'll invite people to join in voice chat on the Discord. So, yeah, you can let us know in the comments down below, or you can comment here. How do you like to get notifications?
Oh, of course you did, Captain Retro.
Yep.
Damn it.
Gotta fix that power supply.
He always gets the best gauge. He's got like pinballs and stand-ups and cocktails. Damn it. You know, Captain Retro, we were talking about it earlier. You can see it if you go back and watch the live stream later on. There is a Japanese cabinet version of the Galaga game. It's white cabinet with a red coin door.
I can pop it up for you right now, George.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. You've got the little thing.
There it is, right there.
All right, see that stand-up cabinet there, Captain Retro? If you could find out if anybody has that for sale in the continental United States, I would be very interested in that. That's the one cabinet that I always wanted to own and never got a chance to.
So it's a Japanese Galaga release from Namco.
Yeah. I'm sure, like we were talking about earlier, they're a dime a dozen street corner, you know,
Right.
like, you know, the Seinfeld Frogger game. But
Sure.
I don't want to make one. I don't want one made. I appreciate that. I really want to buy an original,
Yeah.
like from the ground up.
The real deal.
Yeah.
Like
I don't mind, you know.
You want the coin door to
fixing it,
accept yen. You don't want to put quarters
Yeah.
in.
Exactly.
All right, George, I think that's why we wrap it up here. I think it's a good
Sure.
spot. I've had a great time. I think
Absolutely.
anytime you're sitting around going, hey, let's play something, let's do it. We've
Yeah.
had more and more fun with these. The more we do, we see more folks are stopping by, swinging through, and we sure appreciate you guys. Hope you found something in this live stream to enjoy, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Gen X Grown Up is dedicated to bringing you new Generation X inspired videos every week. Here are a couple more you can watch right now, but for even more, subscribe and enable those notifications. And if you love what we do, we invite you to support us over on Patreon. And of course, your feedback in the comments and a quick thumbs up are all